got rich, Sister Stalin. But I'm going to tell you the story behind the riches. But they ended up rich. And because they ended up rich, they forgot where they come from. This church used to pray on Wednesday at 6 o'clock, calling for God to come in and make a change. This church used to have Bible study on Thursday and Friday. But as soon as the money started coming in, they said, we don't need this. They don't take all that no more. Talk back to them if you can. Some of us don't forgot where God brought us from. And soon as we got up there a little bit and started driving a new car, we started looking down our nose at certain folks. Because they ain't got what we got, Reverend Prince. We started looking like and thinking we better than other folks. Because they ain't got what we got. But we forgot how we talked about them when we was down here. Talk back to me if you can. And now we up there with them doing the same thing we said we wouldn't do. Because we forgot who brought us. You didn't always drive that Cadillac. You didn't always have that 4-bedroom house. You didn't always wear them diamond rings and them fancy pearls and them fancy. It was God that brought us from a mighty long way. And if it had not been for the Lord, we wouldn't be here right now. But I stopped by the warn you, St. John. The same God that give it, Job said God give it, and the Lord can take it away. So be careful about riches. This church had a perception that because they were rich, it was all about them. Yeah, Reverend Reese, when folks get money, they start acting a certain way. Even start getting stingy. But this church, and I believe the reason God got me preaching this sermon because he didn't really give St. John a whole lot of money. Listen. Because God don't stop me in the middle of a good sermon that I already had prepared to make me stop by Job's house or Revelation unless he's getting ready to do something. And I'm trying to prepare this church that when God bless this church, we'll know where our help come from. Because a lot of people, as soon as they get blessed, they forget where their help come from. I don't know about you, but all of my help comes from the Lord. He woke me up this morning, started me on my way. He put food on my table, put clothes on my back. He made me get... And so this church had gotten rich and said, listen, we don't need nothing. And one of the things that the A.M.E. church used to pride itself on is helping one another. But some of these churches blew up like Bethel and Greater Turner Cathedral with 10,000, 11,000 members, and they forgot about the little churches. Y'all gonna help me preach this right. Don't forget where you come from when God bless you, St. John. Don't forget where you come from, because I believe in all my heart, Sister Joy, that God got a blessing on the way. They lost their perception. They started taking credit for what God had done. When you begin to take credit for what God has done, God will make sure that you do it yourself the next time. Amen, somebody. You'll wonder why you're struggling so much. You'll wonder why you can't make ends meet. You'll wonder why you're always having to take pills all the time. Well, you stop giving God the glory. I remember a time you couldn't beat black folk from giving God the glory. We used to come through the church. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine. But we messed around and got 2 pairs of shoes and forgot where we come from. This church forgot where it come from, Reverend Prince. Well, let me give you a remedy for the problem. Then I'm gonna take a seat down. The remedy, he says, is the great A.M.E. These things says the Amen, the faithful and true witness. The Amen means it is so. Amen means it is done. Amen is God's last word. Amen. And let me tell you, Sister Albertina, Jesus is God's last word. If y'all looking for me to preach something deep and heavy and something that's going to lift you off your feet, all I got for you is Jesus. Because Jesus was good enough for my mama. Jesus was good enough for my daddy. Jesus was good enough for my grandmama. And he good enough for me. Can I tell you what he did for me? He picked me up and turned me around. It ought to be Jesus in the morning, Jesus in the afternoon, Jesus in the midnight hour. When my body is racking with pain, I got to call on the name that's above every name. I don't know nobody else. I don't know nothing else but Jesus. Who did it for me? It was Jesus. I got a degree, but my degree didn't deliver me from drugs and alcohol. It was Jesus. Anybody here know that name? When you're lukewarm, you got to get back to the one who brought you. And his name is above every name. I wish I had something else to tell you, Brother Devin. But all I got is a heavy dose of Jesus. Because Jesus is the one that walked on water. Jesus is the one that turns bread from heaven. Jesus is the one that turned water into wine. Jesus is the one that healed the sick and gave sight to the blind. Jesus is the one that killed the 10 lepers. Jesus is the one that healed a woman with an issue of blood. And I don't know about you, but I'm putting my money on Jesus. Muhammad is all right for the Muhammad people. Confusion is all right for the confused. But I know in whom I believe. And his name is Jesus. I got to call on the name of Jesus because he's all right with me. He said, listen. You got to buy me gold tried in the fire because the stuff you using ain't working. He said, listen, you got to buy me gold tried in the fire because the stuff you using ain't working. Listen, there are a lot of people who are trying to do it themselves. There are a lot of people who believe that their money will deliver them. There are a lot of people who tried everything but Jesus. Let me break this thing down for you, Reverend Reese. Gold tried in the fire is what you've been through. Because money can't buy what you've been through. Amen, somebody. You see, there are a lot of people, Sister Joyce, don't know why you praise God like you praise God. Because you got money, you got gold that don't nobody else know about. Brother Devin, you better get you some of that gold. Because the gold you get from Jesus, you can buy anything. I'm about to tell somebody this morning that Sister Eugenia got gold because she been getting sick and she couldn't get well. But she tried Jesus and he healed her body. You know he's going to get you some gold, Brother Tim, because the gold that Jesus got, he'll pay your people. You see, listen, if you want to know about that gold, ask the 3 Hebrew boys. Who was thrown in the fire furnace. I believe they said, "Oh King, we're not going to bow down to you. We know our God is able, but if not." You see, that if not is the goal. I don't care whether God pay my bills, he's still going to make a way out of no way. And if not, I'm still going to serve the Lord. I know a God, when the doctor says no, who can still say yes. Because I got gold tried in the fire. Anybody got any gold today? Ain't you been sick and you couldn't get well? I try to tell people, I said, you know, you really don't understand what you have available in God. I said, you've been struggling and you've been struggling so long, you keep coming to me with the same problem. And things ain't got no better. Don't you think it's time to try Jesus? I mean, you done tried everything else. You tried the witch doctor. You tried the palm reader. You tried the tarot cards. You tried the horoscope. And it wasn't nothing but a horror story. Come back to me, you can't. And none of that delivered you. You still broke. You still sick. Your marriage still on the rock. And he said, listen, I got some gold for you. Come on. And this gold, I know I told you to buy it from me, but let me give you a secret. Come on, y'all come on. It really don't cost you nothing. You got the woman with the issue blood. You done spent all you had. How about you said? You done went from doctor to doctor, still ain't got well. And then one day you heard about that gold that only you can buy from Jesus. And you tried and been to Sister Stone. Didn't he keep you? Didn't he keep you? You see, you don't get that gold, Brother David, until you try him. I ain't talking about your mama Jesus. I ain't talking about your daddy Jesus. You got to get to know him for yourself. That's when the gold starts paying off. He said, listen, you got to buy from me the real deal. See, a lot of us, Sister George, have been putting our hope in counterfeit. Come on. And when we need it, the devil said, it don't work. Amen. Amen. Let me turn that around. Break it down. If you receive some counterfeit money and you don't know it, but you go to a store that always check for counterfeit, and they find out your money is counterfeit, you can't buy nothing. That's right. Let me help somebody out. That's right. You done got took. A lot of y'all, the devil is taking because you buying his counterfeit hope. Y'all gonna make me preach up. But he said, listen, you buy gold for me, and you can trade it anywhere. You can trade it for healing. Sister Albertina, you can trade it for deliverance. Sister Woods, you can trade it to fix your family problem. You can even trade it, Sister Compression, to fix your church problem. But you got to have the real deal gold. This church had a counterfeit problem, Reverend Robinson. They had a lot of money, but it wasn't nothing. Because they were still blind, miserable, naked. And I want to deal with that naked, but I'm going to let that go because we got children. The remedy is you got to buy that gold. Try it in the fire, because the stuff you use. He said, a white raiment that you may be clothed, and that the shame of thy nakedness do not appear. That they manufactured this black wood that was prized in the ancient world, and people would come from everywhere to purchase this black wood. And they made a special clothes out of this wood. And Jesus said that all of this stuff you got, you still naked. In the Old Testament, nakedness, Sister Kirkpatrick, was a sign of judgment and a sign of humiliation. Isaiah walked around for 3 years naked to demonstrate that God had judged Israel. When a lot of times, Reverend Reese, because we are not clothed with the righteousness of Christ, we don't know our slip is showing. Everybody can see it but us. Let me help somebody. When you got on the righteousness of Christ, he'll cover your bleeding. Let me help somebody. In other words, some of your indiscretions won't show. Y'all make it hard for me. In other words, he won't going to show your sins.